So welcome everyone to Northern Middlesex NPO meeting today. I know we have a new member, Justin, Mark Kratman, so I just want to welcome him to the NPO. So welcome, Mark.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Mark.
Good morning.
Mark is our LRTA board NPO representative.
Yep. Welcome.
Replacing Kevin O'Connor.
Yep. All right. So Justin, you want to read the roll?
Sure. Massachusetts Secretary of Transportation, MassDOT CEO Jamie Tesler.
Steve Wolf, representing Secretary and CEO of MassDOT, Jimmy Tesler.
MassDOT Highway Administrator Jonathan Gulliver.
Ryan Fallon, representing Highway Administrator Gulliver.
And NMCOG Chair Andrew Delorier.
Present.
NMCOG NPO Representative Pat Wojcik.
Here.
Okay. LRTA Board Chair Tom Bommel.
Present.
Okay, LRTA NPO Representative Mark Kratman.
Yeah.
And Lowell City Council Representative NMCOG and the NPO Dan Rourke, who is not here. Okay, thank you.
All right, let's move to agenda item 2, which is approval of the June 22nd, 2022 minutes. Can I get a motion and a second to approve the minutes?
So move, Tom Bommel.
Second.
Was that seconded by you, Andrew?
Sure.
All right. All right. Any questions on the minutes? All right. Seeing none. Justin, you want to read the roll?
Yes, Steve Wolfle,
Yes.
Brian Fallon,
Yes.
Andrew Delorier,
Yes.
Pat Wojcik,
Yes.
Tom Bommel,
Yes.
and Mark Kratman.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. We'll move on to agenda item 3, which is a status report on TIP projects. And I believe this is you, Tim.
Yes. What we have for updates. Tewksbury intersection improvements at Main Street Pleasant North. 6/12/609 had the add date changed to May 1st, 2027. 608/861 Westford Bridge replacement, Stony Brook Road over Stony Brook. Has moved, well, we've updated our records to put it on the 2024 tip with the new tip cost. We've got new PM Augustine for 607/401 Chelmsford traffic signal installation at 110 and 495, 2 locations. 607/885 Lowell pedestrian walkway and bicycle connection at Pawtucket Falls Overlook from Vandenberg Esplanade to School Street. Has had the add date changed to October 2nd, 2050. 610/704 Burlington Billerica resurfacing and related work on 3A. That's moved to December 31st, 2022 with new estimates cost. 608/620 Andover Tewksbury highway lighting system rehabilitation and repair at the interchange of 95 and 495. It's 2021 and it's had its tip cost updated. We had the tip information removed from the Dunstable improvements on Main Street, 113 from Pleasant Street to 750 feet east of Westford Street, 608/603. And 608/574 Burlington to Tingsboro guide and traffic sign replacement on a section of US Route 3. That's the date and cost in the tip has changed. And at the end, 605/178 Billerica rehabilitation on Boston Road, Route 3A from Billerica Town Center to Floyd Street. That's going to final design and the dates, the years for the tip have been updated. That's it.
All right. Does anyone have any questions for Tim?
I have a question.
Sure. Go ahead, Justin.
Just a clarification. 608830, bridge rehab Beaver Brook Road over Beaver Brook in Westford. It lists an ad date of June 18th. It doesn't say it's been advertised on here. I just want to confirm that it has been, which I think it has.
I'm actually not sure. I mean, we took this from I update this out of our records, and so if they hadn't updated the record yet, but I haven't spoken to anyone, and I'm not sure if that's gone out to bid yet. I can do a little
Sarah.
searching and maybe have an answer later in the meeting for you.
Sarah, do you know?
Yeah, I believe it was advertised in June and it was open in July, but the award hasn't been made yet formally.
Okay, thank you. That's
Sorry
what I
about
thought. Pinfo says it's been advertised.
Oh,
June
okay.
16th.
Must have been
Yep.
updated since last week.
All right, Justin, you good?
I am.
All right, anyone else have any questions? Tim or Sarah? All right, thank you, Tim. We will now move to agenda item 4, which is an open forum. Any members of the public would like to address the MPO today? All right, seeing none, we'll move to agenda item 5, which is federal fiscal year 2022 to 2026 tip updates. I'm assuming this is you, Justin.
Yes. Okay. So on your screen is a summary of draft amendment 3 to the federal fiscal year 2022 to 2026 transportation improvement program. So this amendment, as kind of a recap, the LRTA received a 5310 grant award for the purchase of 3 replacement vans for their fleet under the Community Transit Grant Program. And this is a new project being added to the first year of the TIP, 2022. Total cost of $190,300. Federal piece being $110,640, with the state portion match $79,660 coming from the State Mobility Assistance Program. So at our meeting last month, they presented this, and members voted to release the draft amendment for a 21-day public review and comment period, and that ended on Monday. And during the comment period, we received no feedback. So today we're here to ask the NPO to consider endorsing this draft amendment as presented by staff. And with that, I can take any questions or input on this.
All right, so can I get a motion second to endorse amendment 3, then I can open up to questions.
So moved. Andrew.
Second, Pat Wojcik.
All right, anyone have any questions for Justin? I don't see any questions. Justin, you want to read the roll?
Sure. Steve Wokel,
Yes.
Brian Fallon,
Yes.
Andrew Delore,
Yes.
Pat Wojcik,
Yes.
Tom Bommel,
Yes.
and Mark Kratman.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. So I think there's a second part to this agenda item, which is draft tip adjustment 2. Is that correct, Justin?
Yes. So these are more changes to LRTA projects that came across my desk. So on this screen, it's a summary of more adjustments made to a few LRTA projects. And just as a point of information, an adjustment is a little different than an amendment. These are typically minor changes. They're often smaller in nature and less effect on overall programming of TIP. Thus, we don't need to put this under a vote of the NPO and to put this out for any kind of public comment. These are just basically administrative adjustments being made. And I'll go through each one of these here. So the first adjustment we're making is to increase the state funding for engineering and design of an ADA access project at the Gallagher Terminal. And basically the project is to replace the steps that lead from the terminal area down to the commuter rail platform. It also includes upgrades to the elevator, as well as replacing of a pedestrian bridge that goes over the railroad tracks. So, and if you recall, as part of our TIP development for the next TIP, the 23 to 27, which we endorsed in May, we programmed approximately $3.9 million in funds for this project, flexing that from federal highway to FTA. So we have money in 2023 for this project. And last month, because of that, moving that flexing that money, we presented an adjustment for this project, and it was to decrease the overall program in 2022 for this project from $200,000 down to $53,272, and that was last month. Well, this month, making another small adjustment to it. So that number is increasing by $6,925, making the total program amount in 2022 for this project is $60,197. So this one's an increase in cost. The second part of the adjustment is, where did that $6,925 come from? It came from a stairway reinforcing project at the Gallagher Terminal. We reduced that by that amount. It's now programmed at $61,698. We don't really have an overall change in overall net change in programming between the two projects. The third part of the adjustment involves the LRTA's purchase of 2 hybrid buses. And so currently, this project is programmed in federal fiscal year 2023, total cost of $990,000. And the thinking was that these buses would be delivered in the fall. Well, they've already been delivered, and the LRTA needs to reprogram that federal piece back into 2022 in order to obligate those funds. And so I believe the grant award, correct me if I'm wrong, Ally, the grant award was actually awarded back in 2020.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so we're basically presenting this as an adjustment, moving it from its current program 2023 into 2022. And the state piece will remain in 2023. So we're really only moving the federal grant award into 2022. So that's the adjustment summary. We've made it to our current TIP. It does not need an NPO vote. It's purely informational. And as Ally is here from the LRTA, and I can take any questions we have on this.
So Justin, there's no vote required, right, for your MOU for the adjustment, right?
Correct.
All right. Anyone have any questions for either Justin or Ally? All right. Thank you, Justin.
Thank you.
So we'll now move on to agenda item 6, which is LRTA update on the Public Transit Agency Safety Plan. So I don't know who's doing this, Justin, but whoever is, take it away.
Is Ally?
All right, go ahead, Ally.
So under FTA's PTAS regulation, we're required to review and update our agency safety plan every year. Our original plan went into effect in 2020, so this is the second update. The bipartisan infrastructure law introduced several changes to the PTAS regulation, and the majority of the updates in this version of the plan are for compliance with these changes. The original regulation required the LRTA Advisory Board to approve the plan, but the bipartisan infrastructure law requires us to establish a safety committee that must approve the plan before final sign off from the board. So in compliance with that part of the law, the LRTA Safety Committee is now made up of an equal number of management and frontline employee representatives, including 3 drivers and 1 mechanic that were selected by their unions. The Safety Committee is responsible for identifying and recommending risk-based mitigations or strategies to address safety concerns, identifying mitigations or strategies that may be ineffective or were not implemented as intended, and identifying safety deficiencies. The bipartisan infrastructure law also requires de-escalation training as part of our comprehensive safety training program that covers operators and maintenance staff. Center for Disease Control and Prevention and Massachusetts Department of Public Health guidelines for minimizing exposure to infectious disease have also been incorporated into the LRTA's safety risk management process. And lastly, the LRTA has updated its safety performance targets. The targets are based on the review of the previous 3 years of safety performance data. I did want to note that the bipartisan infrastructure law also requires the establishment of a risk reduction program to reduce the numbers and rates of vehicular and pedestrian accidents involving buses. That includes measures to reduce visibility impairments for operators and the mitigation of assaults on transit workers. That includes the deployment of assault mitigation infrastructure and technology on buses. The FTA will update the National Transportation Safety Plan to include applicable performance measures for these areas. And once defined, the LRTA will have to establish corresponding safety targets. But based on the current required performance measures, these are the targets that the LRTA has set. For fixed route, for total fatalities and the fatalities rate, which is per 1 million vehicle revenue miles, the target is 0. The total injuries target is 3, with the rate per 1 million vehicle revenue miles for injuries being 2. Safety events total is 30, with the rate being 23. And the system reliability, which is miles between failures, is 39,400 miles. For demand response, again, 0 for total fatalities and the rate, 1 for the injuries total, 2 for the rate per 1 million vehicle revenue miles, 4 safety events and for the total number of safety events, and 15 for the rate per 1 million vehicle revenue miles, and 71,700 miles between failures. So that's a summary of the updates in this version of the plan, and I can answer any questions.
All right, does anyone have any questions for Ally? All right, seeing none, Ally must have covered everything for everyone, so we're good. Thank you.
So Steve,
Yes, Justin.
the MPO is required to
Endorse.
we have 90 days to endorse the these safety targets. And we've been doing it probably the last 2-3 years. This is basically just an update from last year. It's very similar to it. I believe the demand response combined two separate categories that we had from last year. So we'd like the MPO to consider endorsing these targets here today. We have 90 days. We can't push this off into the fall, but since we're here.
All right, does anyone want to make a motion now to accept the LRTA's Public Transit Agency Safety Plan update, or do we want to wait in the fall? We want, it's not sending a public for public comment, right, Justin? It's just a motion to an endorsement to approve, right? So
Correct.
someone to make that motion now?
That was going to be my question, Stephen, that we don't have to wait for any sort of public comments or anything like that.
Yeah, I think it's just you guys accepting this night right now, Andrew.
All right, I'll make the motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second it, Tom Bommel.
Any questions? All right, Justin, you want to read the roll?
Yes. Steve Wolfle,
Yes.
Brian Fallon,
Yes.
Andrew Delaware,
Yes.
Hal Wilges,
yes,
Tom Bommel,
Yes.
and Mark Kratman.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So with that, we're on to agenda item 7. Is there any other business anyone has for the MPO? Justin, you got anything?
I do not. Chris?
Yeah, I was gonna sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, so I was gonna quickly mention, so I've missed the past few MPO meetings since I was out on paternity leave. I wanted to mention as a reminder, the Safe Streets and Roads for All grant program. I think you're all familiar with, but just wanted to make another plug for that since it's open to MPOs and local municipalities, specifically due September 15th for safety action plan grants as well as implementation grants. If entities already have safety action plans in their jurisdictions, there are plenty of resources on the website, which I can share, but just wanted to again mention that as a reminder and see if there's any questions or assistance that I can provide now, or if needed at a later date, if I need to do some research for you all.
So thank you, Chris. Any questions for Chris? All right, just either reach out to Chris or us and we can be more help that. I have one other business item is that we just launched the save the date for an in-person. I'm not sure if it's gonna be hybrid yet, but in-person Moving Together conference as it's usual placed in the Park Plaza Hotel, November 1st. So if you're planning out, registration is not open. We just wanted to get it in people's calendars, but I would say registration will be open the next couple of weeks. With that, Justin, Jenny, did you want to say anything as a new director before we adjourn or not?
I would love to.
Go ahead.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Jenny Raid. I'm the new executive director here at NMCOG. Just nice to meet everybody and listen in on your meeting, and I look forward to getting to know some of you who I have not met before and working together. Thank you.
Thanks, Jenny. Welcome.
You're welcome.
All right. With that, I think we can get a motion, a second to adjourn. Someone will-
Yeah, next meeting is August 24th on the schedule.
Are we going to need a meeting, Justin, do you think, or?
As of right now, no, but stay tuned.
All right, so keep that date on your calendars, but if there's no agenda items, then we'll probably won't meet till September. So, but Justin will be back in touch. So with that, can I get a motion, a second to adjourn, please?
So moved.
Second.
All right, all in favor of adjourning, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstention. All right, thank you, everybody. We'll either see you in August, although more likely in September, but as I said, keep that date open and Justin will be back in touch. So thank you, everybody. Stay safe, enjoy the summer, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.
See ya.
Thank you all.
Bye.
Right.
Can I end the meeting, Justin?
Yeah, you can. Bye.
Bye.